No gosh darn honor. Not here. You'd be hard pressed to find any of that stuff here. I'm a rough tumbler. I'm a opportunist. I am vile, scum, evil, salt of the earth. I'm just dastardly. Yeah, crime taker and warmonger. No, we have peace enabler. Just finishing up your book cover. Very nice, very nice. Hey, feel free to show me when you're done. And yeah, you did. You have a very interesting ability to just kind of get this, get like your spidey sense for when I'm going live, when I'm gonna stream that day. You really seem to know. It's impressive. Peace enabler is my main. That's right. She always says like wolf or sheep. Who cares? How about we all just get along? I hate calm, chill dude. Yeah, that's right. The guy that like runs up and he's just like, "Hey man, how we doing? You doing all right? Staying warm in this cold weather? I sure hope so. Well, hey, you certainly have a nice day, okay?" And then he goes about his day. Goes to his office job. That's his ultimate attack. He goes back to work because his lunch break is over. But yeah, we're playing the Emperor's Escape mode again because it's only going to be around for another day or so. It's still going to be around for another like day and a half. It's just it says like days remaining 1, and that makes me think, oh, today's the last day. But then no, tomorrow it's going to say days remaining 0. And it always it's like in a game where you're like, oh no, it says I have 1 life left. What am I going to do? If I die, that's it. But then you die, and now you're on 0 lives left. His 4th feat is stable income and a loving family. That's right. Exactly. And then there's Peacekeeper. There's Chaos Discarder. Chaos Discarder. I'm gonna play as my Virtuoso, everyone's favorite. Yeah, chill, peaceful dude. He comes in with his 401k ability. I cast Financial Stability. So we got Dr. Porkchop, we got Killer Bean, and we got D. Violent. Is that supposed to be like a different way of saying unviolent? Like this is a peaceful guy? I think we can negotiate with the Blackstone Knights. I think we just hey guys, look, what's going on here? What's the hubbub all about? What you know? And we can come to an amicable, peaceful agreement. Oh, they got, I don't know. They look pretty violent back there. They've got the black and gold knight skin. Yeah, you know, I think it's like if you miss a stream, I think it says you have like 24 hours to watch another one and you won't lose it. But hey, don't worry, Archie. You've got a streak of 1 million in my heart. That is cool though. I'm glad that's why I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'll definitely do an early one. That way, you know, Archie can still have his streak going. Thanks for streaming again. I did tell you I would do an early one. Besides, I don't mind doing afternoon streams. I have a thing with anticipation where it's like if I'm anticipating doing something later in the day, I kind of just, the whole day, I just kind of sit there like waiting, watching the time. Like, well, I can't get too invested in everything or else I'll literally die. The Emperor is hurt. Not if me, I'm help. I'll play him a groovy jam. Same, yep, 10,000%. No, that's 10,000%. It's certainly not 100. It actually paralyzes me all day. Yeah, you get that? You get that too? Yeah. It's even if it's something I'm excited about, like streaming. You know, it's like, well, I can't, you know, it's like I shouldn't play a game like Fallout or Skyrim because that's a kind of game that I, like, play for 15 hours straight. Fortunately, though, like, for when I stream in the evening, like 7 p.m. my time, I kind of have dinner as, like, a little bit of a buffer, you know? It kind of... So that way it's like... like, stopping what I'm doing to go eat dinner, make and eat dinner, that kind of, it kind of gives me a reset, and it gives me an opportunity to, like, you know, just kind of buffer between, you know, just meandering in my own time to go into stream mode, you know? So it's not so bad. But yesterday bugged me, though, because there's a show I've been wanting to watch that the second season premiered. It's called Extracted. It's some reality show. It's very infuriating to watch, but that just makes me want to watch it even more. I was told that it was going to be on at 9 p.m. But then I confirmed that I'm like, oh, it's at 7. And I was going to stream at 6 p.m. my time. But then I'm like, because I was like, okay, I could stream for like 2.5 hours because it'll be on at 9. You know, and then that gives me like a half hour to like close off stream and like, you know, get a snack before the show starts. But then I'm like, oh, it's actually on at 7, okay. That's why I had to push my stream back by 2 hours yesterday. I don't normally like to start stream that late. Like 7 p.m. is kind of the latest for me. Just because it's like, that way I can stream for 3 hours and it'll only be 10, you know? Because I kind of struggle to go to sleep right after stream. I have to go through a wind down period, so it's like if I finish stream at like 11, that means I'm going to be up to like 12:30. Which isn't always bad, but there are days where I should maybe go to sleep before that. 7 is a good time. Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, I figured that's like 7 p.m. is kind of when a lot of TV shows like come on, so it's like, well, 7 p.m. must be like prime time. In my time zone, anyway. Yeah, I don't mind doing streams earlier like this either. Just for the sake of not having, like, anticipating something. Like, even though it's something that I enjoy and I look forward to, it's still, like, you know, it's like I can't just, like, get too wrapped up in something else because I have to do something later. I like how it's jump, but it's a 3-star jump. And, I mean, it's worth 55 gold. That ain't too bad. Could write home about that. Andiamo! You were very confused too. It's like you've caught a disgusting piece of shit, and it's just like super sparkly and sparkling like a diamond. Yeah, here's your garbage, your trash. I mean, is a diamond not trash if it was discarded? At least until you take it out of the trash. One man's trash, I suppose. Exactly, right? Honestly, though, it is pretty funny that you mentioned it's like that you're kind of like, it's almost like you're like part of an effort to clean the lake of pollution and stuff, because it's like all these like junk catches. It's like who's throwing all this trash in there? Like I put some things on there, like, you know, the mini nuke or the barrel of nuclear waste. I did that, but who threw this other stuff in there? All these shoes and stuff. These cans. Is this a lake or like a toxic swamp out of like Cyberpunk? And you put nuclear waste in the pond? That's one of the funniest sentences I've read in a long time. You put nuclear waste in the pond? I know. It's like I said earlier. I'm dastardly. I am the legit worst. I am a bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I am evil incarnate. And you know, I feel like it was kind of I feel like maybe it put me on a list or something because I was because like to get the weight I had to Google like how much does a barrel full of nuclear waste weigh in kilograms. And then the same thing for the mini nuke. You know, that's like I'm gonna look this up, and the government's gonna be like, "Oh, that's pretty interesting that you're so curious about how much this stuff weighs. It's almost like you're planning to steal some or transport some or something." And then I'm gonna be like, "No, Men in Black, you have to listen to me. It's for the fish game. The fish game. Lurk bait. You guys know." Gonna make your name I Eat Nuclear Waste 441 and make you clean it up. Oh, I guess that's a worthy punishment. Who knows though? Maybe my species of Doraganoid human, maybe for us nuclear waste is just like drinking like some chamomile tea. You know, it's like yeah, you know, you have some nuclear waste when your sinuses are kind of flared up. You got a scratchy throat. Let's find out. Let's find out. It's like, yeah, my throat's a little scratchy. I think I got a little bit of like a cough coming on. I think I'm gonna heat up some nuclear waste. Let me get the kettle going. Hydrate, thank you. Yeah, I'll drink some nuclear waste right now. Ooh, tingly on the throat. Yeah, the barrel of nuclear waste, I think, is one of the rarest things you can catch because it weighs so damn much. I put some other ones on there that I'm pretty thrilled with, like E.T. for the Atari 2600, that's literally worth 1 gold, or Doom running on a calculator. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I still think of ones to put in there. Every now and then it'll pop in my head. I think one thing you can catch is called, like, Unspeakable Horrors, and it's worth 666 gold. Or it weighs 666 kilograms. I forget. Something like that. Not another trolley? Yeah, what the hell? Is there some kind of mining company dumping their old trolleys in here? Or is that supposed to be like a shopping trolley? Because we just call them carts here. Okay, yeah. This run is done. Especially because you don't get revenge in this mode, because Ubisoft is really funny like that. Well, as you can see, because I was the last one standing, it was not my fault. I am John For Honor. For Johnner. That's me. That's what they call me. Like, the Ubisoft execs are like, hey, For Johnner, how are you? Team diff once again. It's always the team diff. It's always the team diff. I mean, like, if you really, I was basically like Goku out there, if you really think about it, like Super Saiyan God, Blue Super Saiyan Goku, and they were like, they were like Chaozu. Yeah, there's only so much you can do in this game mode. Well, I mean, they're all 3 laying there dead, and I've got these 3 super tough opponents that are just chilling in the vicinity that aren't, you know, they're not going to let me revive them. And I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to beat all 3 of them, even though I am For Johnner. What's a man to do? That's the unfortunate thing about game modes like this in this game, is like, if you see the entire team dead, it's like, you might as well just accept that it's over. It's Jover. You're working at the It's Over factory, 9 to 5. Game too realistic, exactly. People, like, they look at For Honor and they're like, oh, this looks like a really intricate, like hero-based fighting game with, you know, unique controls. No, it's actually a life simulator. Can't win a 1v5 sword fight. It's true. It's true. if I was playing like regular deathmatch mode against like level 1 and level 2 bots, I could. But those end up being like level 3 bots. Those are the ones that like start reading your inputs and stuff like you're playing a fighting game. Well, I mean, I am playing a fighting game, I guess, but you know what I mean. Level 3 bots in this game are rough, man. They can be tougher than players because players have to adhere by the rules of the game. The bots, they can just do what they want. You know what I mean? They're in the code, man. They're the ghost in the shell. And you gotta square up with the ghost in the shell. Ghost that gives you hell. Tricktoons join the session. Fire Skull, Tricktoons, and Baby Chaos. Oh, Baby Chaos. Who's the little Baby Chaos? You know what? It's like I said last time. When I was playing this game mode before, and I was getting back-to-back wins before the last stream, I was just playing as Pirate exclusively. So let's just go around as Pirate. See how see the difference. Yar har, yo ho. These Blackstone Knights have got to go. They're trying to kill our damn Emperor that I've only known for about 5 minutes. I think his name's Gao Lei. I don't even remember. Alright, so Kyoshin, a Shaolin, and a Warmonger on our team? Okay. Okay. Assuming that these fellas know how to play these characters, that should turn out okay. Man, I've had a real strong urge to play Fallout New Vegas again. But I've been holding off because there's a mod that I'm waiting for them to finish called Nova Arizona, which it opens up more of the east side of the map. It lets you cross the river into Arizona, which is all Legion territory. And it basically just makes the map a lot bigger while expanding on the Legion, which it's like, it's funny because it's like, I'm not a fan of the Legion. I would only ever side with them just to say I've done a Legion playthrough. But like, from a lore perspective and like a character perspective, I think they're really cool as a faction. It's like, I would never side with them, but I do think they're pretty cool. So it's like, I do want... It's just the shame about it is that New Vegas was so rushed in development that there's really not a whole lot to the Legion, despite being one of the main factions of the game, you know? And it's like, I get it, because you're in Nevada, which is, occupied by the NCR, the other main faction. So it's like, okay, I get it, it's not really their territory, so it makes sense that there's just a couple of camps here and there, but it's like, I don't know, it's like one of the main factions and you don't really even get to see a whole lot of like their turf aside from, you know, Caesar's tent itself. But yeah, that mod, from what I understand, they're pretty much done with everything except the quests. You know, they're still working on the quests. So like I have played the mod in a much less developed state, where there weren't a whole lot of interiors, and it's really cool. I like it. I like the world space. You know, it's interesting to see how settlements under the Legion's control operate. But I can't wait to play the finished version, and that's why I haven't, despite my urges, I haven't started a New Vegas playthrough yet. The last one lasted over 500 hours, so I guess it's also good for me to take a break. Even though I could honestly play not For Honor, I could play New Vegas just over and over and over again, and I would never get bored of it. Wow, what, for the 500 hours? Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of modded content, so it's like, that definitely helped. And I really enjoyed the character I was playing as. Mods are awesome. They take a game like New Vegas that I already love vanilla, but they make it so much better with so much more to do, and they make it more stable on top of that. Yeah, the reason New Vegas has especially been on my mind is because Amy Isami from Face Connect has been playing it, and it's been fun to watch her play it. And it's like, man, I wanna play it too. Hey, what's up, Plum? Good to see ya. Yeah, I do try and mix it up every now and then. You know, I like to be there for EU friendos and stuff. This game it's kind of like hero-based, you know, like a game like Overwatch is, except obviously it's more melee-focused. So, you know, it's just kind of doing, like, matches. Except this specific game mode I'm doing now is PvE, where you have to escort this Emperor guy out of this castle, and the enemies you fight are all bots, you know, so it's purely co-op. Like, these orange guys are the bots. But yeah, it's just, you know, there's various factions. There's the Knights, Vikings, Samurai, the Chinese Wulin. You know, so it's really, it's got like a lot of variety to like the characters you can play as. Like, I'm a pirate, as you can see. And I'm fighting knights alongside a samurai, a Shaolin monk, and another knight. It's kind of like, it's sort of like if you took a game like Chivalry or Mordhau and you made it third person and you made it like a hero-based game. Like, I want to say like Overwatch, but I feel like that might give the wrong impression. Someone else I knew described it as third-person League of Legends, and I can never get that comparison out of my head now. But yeah. It's basically just a lot of fighting and stabbing and slashing and bashing and stuff. Or if you're playing as pirate, sometimes you get to shoot things too. Alright, we're moving on. So yeah, ideally half the team protects the Emperor and the other team captures the zone. And, you know, once you capture the zone, you can move on. And then there's 6 zones total. This seems nothing like League of Legends. I'm gonna take your word for it. Yeah, I mean, like, it's definitely not this game mode, that's for sure. Because, like, there are other game modes that are, you know, it's like Dominion, where there's 3 zones you gotta capture. 2 of them are, like, zones that you capture by just being in, like those. But then there's other ones where it's the middle lane where, like, all the troops, like, you know, like the little grunt characters are fighting. And whichever team's army of grunts gets past a certain line controls that zone. So it's like in the other game modes I could see the comparison, but it's definitely, like when they said that to me, I didn't really fully agree. But I also didn't fully disagree in some capacities, which kind of made me go like, oh god, no, what if they're kind of right? But no, it's definitely not like League of Legends. But yeah, there's just this, like, I guess it's supposed to be like post-apocalyptic. There was some kind of like, from what there's something happened called like the Cataclysm, which it sounds like some really intense earthquake that just like completely ravaged the world's landscape. Which you'll notice in a lot of the maps that like there's a lot of really steep like peaks and valleys. You know what I mean? As a result of the Cataclysm. So it's like, I guess the world was just really ravaged, and obviously, you know, as humans do, they kind of just started fighting each other. And I guess that's what the fighting in the game is all about, like the background. I don't really know the full lore all this time I've been playing it. I should look into it sometime, but we're not going to win this round, by the way. We're definitely not going to win this round. Well, we are so not going to win this round. It's so over. Yep, it's over. Alright, gonna revive me. That's cool of you to do. Where are they going? Oh, getting that person. I didn't realize there was someone down there. Yeah, this person's gonna be almost impossible for me to get. Yeah, we're done. We're done. So it goes. Oh my god, kill me already! I'm not gonna just stand there and let it happen, but... Oh, fuck me. Sorry, samurai guy. Yep, we're done. Man, I swear to God, when I tested this game mode before the last stream, literally like 2 hours straight of nothing but wins. Win, win, win. Like, and it got to the point where I was like, because I was testing it to see, like, do I want to stream this game mode? And for a minute there, I was thinking, I don't know, it might be too easy. It might be boring to watch because it's so easy. I don't know what happened. It's I swear to God, it's like Ubisoft is like, oh, he's streaming now. Let's we can't have him looking good. Oh, Archie, you caught a VHS tape. Some found footage, perhaps. I guess I'll stick with these fellows. They didn't do too bad. They didn't do too great either, but they didn't do too bad. I hope it's Slender Man. Yeah, right? Me too. Are you familiar with the No Wifing in the Club, give me $20 meme associated with Slender Man? Because I feel like the only people that know about it are people that are the same age as me. I was like, no wifing in the club, give me $20. Sure, what are you talking about? You're talking crazy. No wifing in the club, give me $20. You don't know much about stuff. Okay. Well, I mean, like, I guess it's not official lore, but I don't know why. There's this rap song where that's the chorus. No wifing in the club, give me $20. And people just started using that song over Slender Man footage for some reason. And it got to the point where it became like unofficial lore that Slender Man seeks people out that are wifing in the club and demanding $20 from them as recompense. Did I just make up a word? But yeah. No wifing in the club. I'll have to see if I could find one of those and send it to you. Lord knows that the match is probably going to take a bit to load anyway. Well, 10 was playing The Binding of Isaac. Why are you so slow, you two? There we go.
Go.
No, Discord is opening in front of For Honor. I can't see because of Discord. There we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. I'm just gonna post it in the memes channel on my Discord. Collect my pages and/or give me the $20. One or the other, right? Like he's not greedy about it. At the very least, he's gonna give you an option. Like you could do both, but he one or the other is fine. It's like if you're just getting the pages, well, at least you paid with your time and your effort. Stream for honor to your friends. I am already doing that. Wuggle or whatever your name is, the Discord mascot, Snuzzle. Yeah, bye-bye. Orange team blown the fuck out as normal. Did they accidentally delete the sound effects for that execution? Sorry, me lord. Emperor keeps stealing my kills. No, there's the sound. Okay, the sound just didn't trigger last time for some reason. Why's my model not tracking? Hello? I'm gonna have to close YouTube Studio and reopen it, I think. Being dumb. Don't worry, teammates. I'm still here. Totally not troubleshooting mid-match. I would never do something like that. That'd be crazy of me to do, honestly. What is going on? Now Opera's being weird. What the hell, dude? Stream still looks okay at least, and I see my models tracking. I don't know what's going on with Opera. It's like half invisible. Yeah, no shit, it's not responding. Okay, everything is being weird. I don't know. What the fuck? Why would the game close? Because I closed Opera? And now my model's not tracking again? Ugh. What the fuck, man? Alright, give me a second. I gotta get the game back open. Everything's being dumb. Model doesn't want to track again for some reason. Fucking close and reopen this shit again. What the fuck? Karma for the nuclear waste thing. I guess so, maybe. What the fuck, man? I don't get how me closing Opera made the game crash. That doesn't make a lot of sense. actually wants to show me again. Okay. Dumbass Opera getting back up. Music shit, there we go. And now we just wait for Stinky Smelly For Honor to come back. Door, get in the door, VC, let me watch you, and then the instant replay. Yeah, right. Oh, the game should be opening soon. Maybe not. We'll see what happens, I guess. No. Do not make changes to my device. Okay, it's showing me a little baby splash screen. Pain in my ass, For Honor, as always. Well, it looks like the stream all stayed live and everything, so I guess that's good. Everything else kind of took a shit, but I guess at least that didn't. So weird, man. My VTuber model stopped tracking, and then when I closed VTube Studio and reopened it, that made Opera crash, and then when I closed Opera, that made For Honor crash. You know, what the fuck is that? This game does take a bit to launch, which is kind of frustrating, but we'll give it a few minutes, and if it doesn't start up, maybe I have to kill it with Task Manager, and if it still doesn't want to start, then I don't know. We'll maybe have to play something else. Steam says it's running. It just likes to take forever for some reason. It's so frustrating, man. I hate it when stuff just doesn't work for no reason. Oh, here it comes. Okay. Of course oh, no, okay. I was gonna say, it's one last batch of salt in the wound, you're gonna make me have to recapture the screen. It really is odd. Like, all this shit that really doesn't have anything to do with one another. Like, why? I don't know what was going on with Opera. It literally became, like, almost invisible. Like, I had Opera up over VTube Studio, but I could see VTube Studio through the Opera window. It was like, the only reason I knew that Opera was open is because I could see the pink in your name, Archie. Because it stood out. You know, everything else, like the black and the white kind of blended in. It was so weird, man. But we'll be getting back into it in a moment, at least. You're so stunning. You are, honestly. Really standing out in the crowd. Alright, we're back. Is that Sonic R music? We're back just in time for some Sonic R? Hell yeah. I need to play a little bit of Sonic R. I want to test it and see if that's something I'd want to stream. It's a charming and fun game from what I remember, but the controls aren't all that great. I don't know what to do right now. I don't feel like modding right now. I know that I've been getting that all. I think like just like the post-holidays like decompression had me in a point where I didn't really feel like doing much of anything at all, you know? That's fine though, if you don't feel like doing it. I mean, it's good to give your brain a rest. I know you've been working on it a lot lately, and I think that's pretty impressive. But there's no need to, you know, overstrain yourself. Okay, it's loading for a long time, and I keep seeing so-and-so and so-and-so failed to join the session. Okay, here we are, I guess. I got a single-player Backrooms mod pack on Minecraft to play. Oh, did you? That sounds really cool. Man, Minecraft does have a lot of really cool mods for it. Callie's really good at finding Minecraft mods. She genuinely, like, enjoys putting together mod packs and stuff. It's crazy. She's a lot better at it than I am. Sent me a photo of your submission. Let me take a check. Oh, that looks really good, Taiga. I really like that. That looks really, really good. I could definitely picture that on like a book. That looks really, really good. Good work, Taiga. You're very welcome. You did it. You hit the submit button. I'm proud of you. Good job. I know that is a really big deal when it comes to stuff like that. You know, so I give you a lot of kudos. You did a great job, and I'm confident that they'll love it. Proud of you. Scared as heck to go fight anything, but I love Little Says I'm enjoying the quiet survival aspect. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I like that too. I like just kind of surviving in like a weird liminal space like that. It kind of reminds me of speaking of Fallout New Vegas, there's an overhaul mod for New Vegas called Dust with a T, not with a K. And it kind of turns the game into like a survival horror game. And I wanted to try it out myself because I think it would be fun to just kind of try and survive in that world. It's just, with a mod that big, you kind of have to not use your other mods. So I would have to test it really thoroughly. First time entering an actual big art competition too. I think you're going to do really well. I mean, I think that was a really cute cover you made. And I like the way that you stylized the font. You know, and the back part. It looks really good. I'm sure they'll love it. That's so interesting. What the Dust mod? It definitely does look really interesting because it's like it turns the game from like a open world action RPG into like a survival horror. You know, it's like there's no settlements, there's no real quests or anything like that. Like all the settlements have been overrun by like monsters or whatever, you know. So it's like you can't, like, you're not going to do a regular playthrough of New Vegas if you have the Dust mod enabled, but it is an interesting way to experience New Vegas, but as something completely different. Yeah, it's really cool. I remember it takes a lot of the hardest like enemies, even from like the DLCs, and just kind of sprinkles them all around. And the only actual faction that's still around is the NCR, but they're hostile to you and any other survivors they find, and they're all holed up at Camp McCarran, which is, you know, Camp McCarran was their main base in Fallout New Vegas, which McCarran is I think the McCarran airport that's right outside of Las Vegas, so, you know, very fortified. But yeah, you don't want it. The NCR is not your friend in Dust. They will attack on sight. And they're a lot better armed and have a lot more numbers than you know? I'm always very intrigued by mods like that aim to take a game like Fallout and turn it into like a more survival horror experience. Because Fallout, you know, especially with Fallout 4, but even in New Vegas, it's like there are a lot of zany moments to it, you know? And it is really easy to level your character up to be overpowered, even on the harder difficulties. But, you know, with mods like that, it changes into something completely different. And it's just like, I don't know, I find that to be really cool. You know, that's the way that you could take a game that I've played a million times and give me an experience that feels completely different. There was another mod I wanted to maybe check out, another like big world space mod for New Vegas called like Nuevo Mexico or something, which, as the name implies, it lets you go south into Mexico, which that's really interesting because you don't get to see a whole lot of like what it's like for other countries in the Fallout games. But I just worry because yeah, it's just with big mods like that, it's like there's always conflicts and you want to make sure that it's not going to overwhelm the game. But I don't know, it looks really well made and it's very highly praised, that Nuevo Mexico, so. Hey, if I could have Nuevo Mexico and Nova Arizona at the same time, that would make me very happy. That might make my New Vegas playthroughs go from 500 hours to, you know, like 7, 8, maybe even 1,000 hours. I'm very much a good games done slow kind of person. I couldn't be a speedrunner. I really couldn't. What's this dude doing? Get in there, bitch. Just stream win. I'll you know what? I could install the mod and test it out a bit, and I could definitely stream it. I think that'd be really interesting. Did that dude really leave because he got killed? What a little bitch. That would be really cool, though. I would enjoy doing that. I'll have to look into it. Because it is a popular mod, so it's like I probably could look up stuff like what mods are compatible with Dust. Because obviously I wouldn't want any mods that would like ruin the experience. Yeah, we're fine. But there are some quality of life mods I would really like to keep if I could. I will not say good fight in the quick chat. Sorry, bud. But yeah, maybe I will check it out. I won't get too far. I just test it enough to make sure that it would actually be stable, you know what I mean? I am always very meticulous about testing stuff before I stream it, just because I don't want to run into issues and have to troubleshoot on stream. I hate that. As you all probably know. I remember Kalibi telling me, like, oh, I just pick a game and I stream it. I don't even test it. I admire that free will she has. Well, not free will. What? Free spirit. Not free will. Free spirit. I can't do that with games when I stream. I have to test them. Unless it's something that it's like I kind of know it's gonna run okay and will be enjoyable and all that. Yeah, for Dust, I'd maybe play a couple of hours by myself, and then I'd start a new character just for the stream's sake, you know? Yeah, I mean, like, when it comes to just, like, buying a new game and then just immediately streaming it without testing it, it's like, that's fair enough. I only test it because of my own paranoia. But when it comes to, like, something like Dust, where it's like, I'm modding a game that's already kind of unstable on its own, you know, it's like... something like that. It's like I really do feel like people should test before they stream it. Ooh, that's a cool Virtuoso. Yeah, maybe I will give Dust a shot. Maybe, you know, next time I'm just kind of sitting around, I'll look into it and see how installing the mod works and everything. I have to figure out how to set up like different mod profiles on Vortex. There's got to be a way to do that. That way it's like I don't have to manually disable and re-enable every single mod when I want to go from Dust to regular New Vegas. Profiles, yeah, honestly. Oh my god, being able to disable or re-enable like hundreds of mods with just a couple of clicks. Oh, that goes such a long way. That would be a lot of fun, because Dust is something I've been... It's one of those things that's been in the back of my mind for like years now, where it's always like, I definitely would want to try that someday. So I might as well just do it. That's what I did with Hollow Cure. After years of just being like, I really should try that game sometime, I finally like, you know, I'm just gonna try that game. Here's the thing, I know I don't stand much of a chance in the competition, but hey, at least I tried it out. I mean, honestly, I feel like you stand a pretty good chance. You know what I mean? I think the art you did for it was really... I think it, like... I mean, like, I don't really know anything about the book, but I feel like you capture... Like, your art kind of gave me a good feel for the vibe of the book, if that makes sense, you know? And no pressure, but if you want to share that in the art channel, go right ahead. I think it looks really good. And yeah, it is really impressive to try. You know, I know that it was probably really intimidating, especially when it comes to finally hitting submit, you know? It's the same kind of thing as when you're about to send a really risky message to someone, and you're sitting there like rereading it over and over and over again. You're like, man, I really just gotta hit send. Hey, what's up, Dutch? Good to see you. Good afternoon to you. How are you? I hope all is well. We're just attacking people with an axe. For now, anyway. Hydrate? I could do that. I just took a drink, but I could take another. That's right, I'm the autonomous streamer, man, that drinks water even without the Hydrate Redeem. But then I still do it for the Hydrate Redeem because I'm not a scammer. Can you believe that there's streamers out there that when you redeem Hydrate, they just take the channel points and then don't hydrate? Can you believe that? Lay gas. I was gonna say, do we got no one running offense? For real? I think there are. I'm not gonna point no fingers, but. I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were. Thank you. You're welcome, Tyga. You're welcome. I can't wait to hear how it goes. You have Discord? Yes, I do. Yeah, I've got a Discord server. I think I have a Discord command for it. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a server there. You just gotta react to the verify thing. Can I clip you saying Dutch Matrix for a compilation clip? Sure, go right ahead. Be my guest. Do you want me to say it again, like in a clearer, more like easy to clip way? Like, how about this? Like, Dutch Matrix. How's that? Yeah, go right ahead. Whatever way you want. Dutch Matrix. Announcer style, yeah. Coming at you like the Smash Bros. Announcer. A new challenger approaches. This game's winner is Dutch Matrix. Get that fool out of here. Get that fool out of here. Yeah. Oh, the Emperor is not looking good. I'm concerned for the Emperor. You know what's weird is this game makes you want to play Skyrim, and then Skyrim makes you want to play Elden Ring. And it's just... I constantly have this vicious cycle of feeling like playing a game, and then when I play it, it makes me want to play another game, and then that game makes me want to play another game on top of that, and... I'm just never satisfied. Come here. Let's get all acquainted like. Making an intro video with creators saying my name like I'm everywhere on the internet, basically. I get you. Fair enough. We gotta play something together again soon, do we? Yeah, we do, Taiga. I'm more than happy to. Even if it's something we've done before. We can figure that out. I'm always looking to hang out with you. Hey, what's up, Eight Legs? How you doing? Good to see you, man. I hope all is well for you in the spider world. I hope you're staying warm out there with all this winter. Same here. I'm glad to hear that, Tiger. You're always very fun to do stuff with. Back in the sadly. Is that supposed to be saddle? Oh, I have a heated hoodie that uses drill batteries. Oh my god, that's awesome. I gotta get me one of those. I wear a winter hoodie too with like a bunch of layers underneath, but it's not heated. That's awesome. That's like some cyberpunk type shit right there. You're like an edge runner. Running on the edge. Now you just need a solution for summer. Yeah, they need to have like a jacket with like fans on the inside to keep you cool. Which is also something they have in Cyberpunk. You have an idea for that already, do you? Interesting. You're gonna be like the Ralph Lauren of like futuristic warming and cooling clothing. In fact, they have jackets with fans in Japan. Interesting. I need me one of those, man. I get so warm. Even in the winter. Soda can. I like how there's a soda can and then just a regular can. They have both. Those plastic thingies you put in lunchbox to keep them cold. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Are you gonna like line the inside of a coat with that stuff? That's crazy enough to work. It's for construction workers to keep cool in the summer. Makes sense to me. I hope that becomes like regular tech that like even regular people can get their hands on easy. I need that, man. I get so warm. Even in the winter, I'll be walking around in the ice and the snow and I'll still be just so overheated. The alternative is fans or wearing a compressor, and that's too heavy. Exactly. You don't want to sacrifice comfort. Sacrificing comfort for comfort. That doesn't make sense. That's just getting rid of one problem and introducing another. See, you get it. You're an innovator. Let's play Shugoki. Large man. Yeah, come on. I was gonna say Daddy needs a new pair of shoes, but it looks like he already caught one shoe. A Murex shellfish? That's interesting. That looks like some kind of... That looks like a club that the Thalmer from... No, the Falmer from Skyrim would be coming at you with. And let's see, what did Dutch catch? I will take that shellfish. There you go. One more... Teach a man to fish, he'll catch a shellfish. Oh, you caught these hands! I mean, it's 28 gold, that ain't bad. No! You caught an uncommon these hands. And that was another one that I googled that I feel like put me on a list. I'm like, how much do 2 human hands weigh by themselves in kilograms? And I'm pretty sure Google was like, that's a really weird question. He's asking about nuclear waste and nuclear bombs, and now he's curious how much severed hands weigh? Expensive hands, yeah, right? That's 14 gold per hand right there. Gucci hands. Maybe a backpack of phase-changing material and a coolant loop that goes through a vest. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's a good idea. I'd wear that. I'm all about trying to keep cool, man.
Go.
I don't even sleep with a blanket some nights because I run so hot. I'm like a human space heater. Little man go squish. Ha ha ha. Anything to avoid wearing a compressor or peltier coolers. Exactly, right? While it would be kind of a flex to be like, yeah, I'm the guy that always has a compressor on my back. It's like, you know, that's just not ergonomic, is the problem. That reaches a 0 on the erg scale. Little man. Shugoki was my original main when I first started playing this game, before I switched to Berserker. But I still got a lot of love for the man. Bam. That's the best martial art? It really is. Real. Big fucking stick. Exactly. That's how I... that's how I got through my first playthrough of Dark Souls 1. I just became the club man. I had the Great Club, which is basically just a giant tree branch with one side whittled down into a handle. And then I enchanted it to become the Magic Great Club, so it had this blue glow to it. I remember I killed the Gaping Dragon with, like, 6 hits. 6 hits from my Magic Great Club. A goddamn tree branch. And lives on through Negan from Tekken. Yeah! Oh, dude, Negan was actually really fun to play as in Tekken. Not gonna lie. I had a really good time playing as him. I was blown away when they put him in. I'm like, Negan? Because when I saw it, I saw the name Negan, and I'm like, huh, So there's some character from a fighting game that's also named Negan, like Negan from Left 4 Dead, but then, or not Left 4 Dead, Walking Dead. But I'm like, wait, no, that is the Walking Dead Negan. You know, I know a boss I barely fought in all my, like, 1,000 hours in Dark Souls, Gaping Dragon. Yeah, because he's optional, isn't he? Yeah, I think he is optional. Because fighting him was what gets you to Blighttown, and Blighttown is 100% skippable. Gaping Dragon's a she, my bad. My bad. You know, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Honestly, if you don't have to do it, no reason to do it. I just really like Gaping Dragon's theme. I think it goes really hard. Na, 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 na. Gaping Dragon is so cool. Look at him go. She was the Death's boss, and I hated the Deaths. I'm not a big fan of the Depths either. And I wasn't a big fan of Blighttown, to be honest. Oh, even more than Blighttown for you, huh? I can understand that. It's so confusing and pipey, and isn't there like a bunch of like sludge monsters in there? Or is that where all like the slugs are? Or is it both? I think it's both. Lost Izalith. I did not spend a lot of time in Lost Izalith. I got so sick of that place, having to redo the Bed of Chaos fight over and over and over. I'm like, you know what? Fuck Lost Izalith. It can stay lost. Sludge thingies and everything is so close quarters. Yeah, that is true. If you're using any kind of big weapon that has wide swings, you're probably going to be tinging off the side of those pipes over and over. That sucks. Okay, I don't think he needs my help. It felt like going through the sewers in Victorian England. It really, yeah, it does have that vibe. I like the Victorian England specification. Not that I have experience with that or anything. Yeah, I mean, you know, I haven't... Far be it from me, I haven't exactly traversed Victorian England sewers, but if I had, I'd probably be agreeing with you. Man, I gotta replay Dark Souls 1 again, too. It's been so long. Wearing a shirt that says, I am not Jack the Ripper. Exactly. I'm not Jack the Ripper, and even if I was, you couldn't prove it because there's no evidence. Yeah, how about some of this? Get his ass, Emp. We're on such close terms, the Emperor lets me just call him Emp. You know, like I'll be like, hey, what's up, Emp? And he'll go, what are you doing in my chambers? Get out of here before I have you executed. And I'll be like, oh, classic Emp. Oh my god. The jolly dancing hammer man is getting attacked by 3 not so jolly looking shield men. Yeah, well, now you get now you're just purple dust. Boom. Don't breathe that in. You do not want the purple dust of evaporated people in your lungs or sinuses. That's not good for you. I can't specify why, but I just know it's not. Will it crush? That is the question. Man, I used to watch Will It Blend a lot back in, like, early YouTube. I watched the shit out of that. Not even gonna lie. Will it blend? That is the question. Yeah, don't breathe this. That's something that I, like, unknowingly reference, even to this day, without even, like, I don't even remember what the reference is. but I still reference it. I'm gonna die. Well, looks like another loss. Oh, you're getting crazy revive. Oh. Get those revives, you crazy motherfucker. Revival. Yeah, now you get me, Mr. Ninja. Good stuff. I still don't think we're gonna win, but... Yeah. You know, I kind of understand why they don't have these types of game modes all the time, only during certain events, because the balancing is a little weird, I have to say. Why are you getting junk? I don't know, there's a lot of junk in that little lake. The surrounding community must be just using it as their garbage disposal, I suppose. And thank you both, Plum and Dutch, for joining my server. I appreciate that lots. I've been wanting to do more watch parties. I was doing them every week, and then I kind of just stopped doing it for a bit because I got burnt out with the holidays and everything. But maybe we'll bring that back. I would like to have the server be a little more active. I don't freaking know. I'll go Warmonger. I love how wow Sonic Adventure music is. You know what I'm saying? It's very wow. You see what I mean? That's so wow. I gotta replay Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. When are we getting Sonic Adventure 3? I rated wow out of wow. Quite the endorsement, Archie. Wow. Yes, more modern Sonic music kind of doesn't really have the whole wow aspect to it anymore. Very bow. bow. You kind of prefer Chugga Chugga. I like Chugga Chugga. I like Chugga Chugga too. Yeah, I still enjoy modern Sonic music. They just definitely changed it up a bit over the years, which is fair. Not everything needs to stay the same all the time. wrong way around. Yeah, Warmonger is so cool and strong. She could, like, lift me over her head. Come get some. Your purple fire will not save you, as pretty as aesthetic as it is. Literally 0 fish. I could start a junkyard at this rate. Oh my god, a tire. They gotta clean out this lake, dude. What the hell? Oh, get back in there, you idiot. Woo. Oh, sorry, man. Hey, there our fish cat. Well, not really a fish, but it's a cat dressed like a fish. At least you actually caught an organism this time. Close enough, huh? Tomato, tomato. Very cute. Cleaning, yeah, Archie was doing that too. Thank you to our kind and charitable souls that are willing to take time out of their day to clean out Dork Lake. That apparently everyone uses as a dumping vessel. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's just the lake is a receptacle for your waste and disposal. Yay, that's right. How about that, Archie? We got a whole relief effort going now. Come on, man, you can get him. Kill him. There you go. I wanted him to get the kill so we could do an execution and get some health back, since I'm already in tip-top shape. And he thanked me for it. How about that? Based and chill for Honor players? What am I, dreaming? Actually, I had a dream last night that I was skateboarding and that I managed to do a kickflip. And that was basically the whole dream. It was a very quick, like 3-second long dream. And I think the rest of the night was dreamless. Ow, my belly. Oh, get back in, get back in. No, no, no. Oh, I know he was mashing like crazy during that animation. Honestly, dude, if you want to go get some easy HP, go execute some of those fellows over there. Or one of these fellows. That's a lot of fellows. they're dead. Holy shit. Get up, you motherfucker. Oh. I had to use my ultimate to save you. I really would have preferred to save that for the final fight, but alright. Got his ass. Wow, Nightbot really wants to go down the fishing today. I couldn't help but notice that no one's casted a line for the last 5 seconds. There you go, Archie. Nightbot is very appeased.
Stay here.
Not the smartest move there from the Nuja, dropping her spike balls, because that hurts friendlies as well as enemies. Kind of a dumbass play, if you're asking me. Like a play that a dumbass would do. I'm glad those guys get grinded pretty quick when everyone jumps on them. Alright, we might actually win this one if we can keep this pace up. Still gonna be another 50 seconds before I get my ultimate, and we're definitely either gonna win or be dead by then. They're taking their sweet time. There they are. Oh, we did it. Get out of here, loser. We win. And now to catch up on some reading. Check out the little hobby horse, the little rocking horse thing. Cute. Meh, 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 meh. Well, we actually won, guys. We won a freaking match of this game mode. It only took about an hour and a half. Well, there was about 10 minutes worth of things freezing and me trying to get the game back open. Oh, this is a cute little jingle. I need to play the Tomba games again soon. Especially the first one. I've only played that one through a couple of times. I don't want to start a match by myself. Yeah, the second one I've played through a million times, but I could play through Tomba 2 a million times more. I've got a lot of games that I really want to stream, and we're gonna get there eventually. Win-loss ratio 50% for this game mode. So see, even despite all my losses, I still won a lot of times that one time. A lot of Dragon Ball news came out the other day. Like how they're gonna finally animate the Galactic Patrol stuff. That's pretty cool. And they're adding new characters to Sparking Zero. Which a few of them are characters I thought they were gonna just forget about. You know, like Grandpa Gohan and Zangya, Tao Pai Pai. And it looks like even Devilman. And Devilman was really fun to play in Tenkaichi 3. And Super 18, or Super 17. So it's a bunch of characters I thought they were either going to forget, because it's like, oh, nobody wants to play these characters from OG Dragon Ball, boring. And then also other characters that it's like, why wasn't this character in the game from the get-go? Like, you know, like Super 17. Alright, pretty strong looking team here. Mia's Berserker, and then, I believe it was, Raider, a Griffin, and a Warden? Yep. Alright. Pretty buff, pretty scary looking team. I've got my face paint like I'm in a black metal band. Yeah, dudes, after this fight, you want to go catch the Immortal show? I haven't listened to Immortal in a long time. That was a band I listened to a lot when I was first getting into metal, and I was just like, yeah, look, I listen to the really hardcore stuff. I still like Immortal, though. I think they're fun to listen to. It's the kind of music I like to listen to when I'm just, like, doing something else, you know? Maybe I need to get back into metal all over again. Be the hard, brutal boy. I still listen to it, just not as much these days. What was I doing? Bam. Got your ass. Huh. Death by dropkick. I'm gonna need you to die. Hand over your life force, mister. Death from the team. Got your ass. Ugh. The gut jump gets me. I would be so out of commission if I got gut jumped. I think the Warden, this guy right here, I think he's... It almost seems like he's doing something else while playing, like he's like texting somebody. Oh, fuck me. I hate that goddamn attack. They should patch that out of the game. Well, at least he... I was gonna say, at least he's present enough to revive me, but I guess I didn't have to in the long run. Alright, well, we did this pretty quick. Let's see if we can survive the gauntlet here. Get up. No, Emp. At least I avenged him. He's probably got heirs to the throne. It's not that big of a freaking deal. Now there's an interesting section for the history books, right? You gotta reframe your way of thinking about it. Sure, the Emperor's dead. Bummer. But interesting story to tell. He's probably got an heir to the throne. So, whatever. Nyang nyang. Almost sounds like Splatoon language. Alright. I did see someone left and then someone else joined, so... Maybe Lawbringer is the key. We'll go with the Golden Lawbringer. Cons, Emperor dead. Pros, new Emp. Yeah, we'll call him Emp 2. Like, Emp 2, how you doing, bud? Yeah, you know, I mean, out with the old Emp, in with the new Emp. It's Emp regardless. We're Emp set. Oh, Doom Master, the guy playing as Warden, he's very new to the game, I can tell. 0 rep. Which, hey, no shame in that. No shame in that. I guess that just explains a lot. Crazy that this game is still getting new players here, like, what is this, year 9, year 10? I'm glad it's still going strong. Like, it's always had a more niche player base, but I don't know, a loyal one. Even though I also see a lot of people, just like Abyssal was saying earlier, like, yeah, I'm 7 months clean of For Honor. I tell you, I had to take a long break from this game too. It would just, I would get so irritated with it to the point where I'm like, I'm just not going to play this game for like several months, and then I didn't. And then when I played it again, I'm like, wow, it's actually fun again. So it's something that every For Honor player has to go through. Come with me, sir. Lawbringer is so strong. He's basically like Mr. X or Nemesis from Resident Evil. Now I'm picturing like a medieval Resident Evil game in like a medieval setting, and like the guy that the obligatory large guy that chases you that you can't really defend yourself against, so you just have to run, and he looks just like Lawbringer. Take out the shrimp. And then we'll take out the other shrimp. Don't worry, Goldbringer's here. Ow. Wait your turn, mister. So impatient. No, dirt, kill me next. Ding, ding. Dinner bell ringing. That's one of the most extra executions in the game. And then he just stares at the camera like, yep, it's that easy. Oh, a bunch of lesser Lawbringers. Give me your health. Damn. Alright, this could work in my favor. Secluding these clowns. I hate that attack. Oh, they're all dying. Yes! Holy shit, yes. That did not heal me as much as it should have. That's bad news. Alright, let's get you. You don't need to keep pinging me about getting revived. I know that you're down. Believe me, I know that you got your ass kicked and you're now begging and pleading for help. I know. I'm well aware. I'm Delaware. I'm dead. Yeah, okay. The noob is the last one alive. We're definitely done for. He's not even playing on the offense. Yeah, get me first. Don't get the guy that's spamming requesting for revive. Don't even revive him at all. Let's just do the rest of the match without him. See, if he would only ping to be revived another 100, 200 more times, I would finally know what it is he wants from me, but it's so unclear. Because, see, I'm really stupid and stuff, so you know. Oh, there it is.
Defeat.
Good fight. Okay, I do think I will leave this group. As much as I like to big brother the newcomers and give them a chance, but you know what? I can only do so much. There gets to be a point where you start wondering why you're doing so much babysitting for free. Ubisoft should put me on the payroll, is what I'm saying. Ubisoft can pay me, like, they could pay me a wage for, like, every hour I spend playing with new players. Yeah, well, maybe go for like the 2.5 hour mark today, I'm thinking. So a little less than another hour. Alright, we got Alpha Stoked, Meme Daddy, and Nature Walker New York. Well, okay, we got a nature appreciator. I like that. I like that. I can get behind that. I'm gonna go Kensei this time. Yay, yeah, right? Let's go. We like that. I think that's cute that they're like, I don't know what to name myself. I love walking through nature, and I'm from New York, so Nature Walker New York. I think that's a cute thought process. A Nimbochromis. That sounds like a derogatory term. What'd you call me? Get out of here, you Nimbochromis. Okay, me, Kensei, and we got Nobushi, Raider, and Warden. A lot of Raiders, a lot of Wardens. Okay, the Raider is well seasoned. The Warden is well seasoned. The Nobushi seems relatively new to the game, but not brand new. It's okay. Okay. It really is funny, man, this loading screen with them just stanced up and then they charge at nothing. Like I said, they could have just put... Just have the opponents, the bots that you fight in the match, have them there, you know? I mean, like I said, they're just characters from the game that you can play as that they kind of, you know, turned into regular CPU-controlled enemies, but still, you know? It would look a lot less silly than them just posting up ready to fight nobody and then charging at nobody. It is silly though, and I do appreciate silly, so I'll accept it on grounds of silly. You're done for... through the chainmail and everything. Because my katana is so sharp, it would slice right through the metal of your armor like butter. Even though this is not a katana, this is a Nodachi. Whoa, thanks for kicking me out of my execution there, partner. That was really cool. I know the Emperor wasn't throwing that shade my way. You got something to say, bud. You say it to my face. You might have to kneel down a little bit, but you say it. That's what I thought. Huh. Huh. Oh, look at you. You're all dead and stuff. Like, I am curious what the future of the For Honor franchise holds, because I don't know if I could ever see them actually releasing like a For Honor 2, because I feel like that would just be like how they came out with Overwatch 2, and it's basically just Overwatch, or Counter-Strike 2, where it's basically just still Counter-Strike. You know, it's like you don't really need to rebrand it like it's a sequel. You could just keep adding on to what already exists and not confuse people. Which is what the For Honor devs seem to be thinking too, you know, it's like, because I think someone actually asked them once, like, are you ever going to make a For Honor 2? And they're like, yeah, we're just going to keep focusing on, you know, For Honor 1, which I remember about like 5 or 6 years in, they gave the game a graphical update where they just upped the graphics because why the fuck not? Which that to me said that they have long-term mindset with this game. For them to like completely redo the all the game's graphics, that said to me like, yeah, we're in the long run for this. Yeah, those decisions were really odd. It's like, I guess it's some kind of publicity stunt, but all it did was just make people scratch their heads. Like, so Overwatch 2 is basically just Overwatch, except now it's called Overwatch 2. Cool, we're still gonna call it Overwatch. You know, or like, you couldn't imagine them coming out with Fortnite 2. You know what I mean? Because it would either be one of two things. It would either be just like with the Overwatch 2 or Counter-Strike 2 situation, where it's just the same game, basically. Like, literally the same game, it's just now the file is named something different. Or it would be a brand new thing, and it's like, that would raise a bunch of questions. Like, well, what about my skins? What about all the other stuff that I have, you know? Is that all gone? Do I have to buy it and unlock that all again? Or does it carry over? And I'm sure carrying over all that stuff would be a real pain in the ass. So it's just, you're better off just continuing to support the game long term rather than come out with sequels. Because it'll either be redundant, or it'll potentially cause a lot of issues like what I said, like stuff not carrying over. And that's the thing, it's like a lot of those Fortnite skins, I'm sure, are under contract with Fortnite, but it's like with Fortnite 2, you don't know, you know, maybe it just wouldn't be available for Fortnite 2. And then you're going to have Fortnite 1 exclusive skins. And nobody got time for that. I don't know, it's just, I don't feel like sequels are the right move for games like this. You know, just like the online PvP kind of games. Even though I'm playing a PvE mode right now, but ignore that. You know, like a single-player game, yeah, that makes sense to come out with a sequel. But these multiplayer games, I don't really see the point in coming out with sequels. You might as well, like in this day and age, you know, you might as well just keep supporting the game that you have. Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Exactly. I'm 100% in that mindset. You know, and plus it's like, with every new addition to the franchise, you know, like the Call of Duty games or Battlefield, each one, like even if you come out with new ones, you're still splitting up your fan base between the different titles, because obviously, you know, like the newest one is probably going to get the biggest player base, but like with Battlefield, a lot of people still play Battlefield 1, me included. You know what I mean? So it's like, whereas if they just had, well, I don't know, because they also go with, like, the Battlefield games maybe aren't the best example, because at least with those, they're going to, like, different eras and stuff, with different guns and stuff, so, like, that makes sense, but it's like, with something like For Honor, for example, or Fortnite, or Overwatch, there's just really no point in having sequels. What would be interesting, though, I would think it'd be interesting if they came out with, like, a more RPG-style game in the For Honor universe. Then you could really explore, like, the lore and stuff like that. Because I really like For Honor's setting, how it's... Obviously, they go for a lot of realism, but it's also still fantasy. You know, so it's kind of like a light fantasy. And I just think like, you know, there's not like rampant magic or anything like that. Like there's no mages or dragons or anything like that. So it's very like light fantasy. And I think a setting like that would be really interesting to explore. Especially with like all the difference of the factions and everything. You know, like your character that you play as, you know, you could start as either like in the Knight faction or the Samurai, Viking, whatever. But then like maybe you could travel to the different territories and like learn different fighting styles and acquire different weapon and armor types. So your character can really just become a mishmash of like more like stereotypical Knight, Viking, Samurai type stuff, you know, with other stuff mixed in. I think that'd be really cool. It's like, yeah, I really like the mobility of samurai armor, but man, I just love the way that you know, like the more the Nordic places have these giant swords that weigh 1,000,000 pounds. Single player kind of this game, it would be, right? And they could still have the same combat style, which I love the combat style in this game, the way that it plays. And it would be really cool to have like a more single-player experience with, like a devoted single-player game, like an RPG basically. And it would be really cool, you know. Looks like we're gonna win. I hope that they do something like that down the line. You know, like if they're ever gonna make another piece of For Honor media, I really hope they go for something single player. I feel like they won't, but I would love to play it. If I was a game dev, I would just make my own. Alright, 2 wins and it's almost been 2 hours. How about that? It would be neat though, because like I said, as much as I've played this game over the years, I really don't know much about the lore. Like I kind of keep up with it a bit, kind of, because, you know, like the various events kind of tell the story. Like I remember there was an event where it's like, oh, there's a deadly drought and like all the water in the world is like evaporating and there's nothing to drink and people are, you know, because that's the thing, it's like every event kind of like changes the current reason that the war is going on, and during the drought it was because, you know, people were fighting over what little bit of water was left. But then the next event was like the flood. So like now, like I remember there was a map, one of the maps where it's like you're fighting in a castle and like you could kind of like look out over like the land. Well, now because the world is like flooded, the water is like right up to like almost to the top of the wall of the castle. You know what I mean? So you're basically just in like an artificial island. You know, so it's like the events kind of tell a little bit of the story, but I don't know. I need to find like a YouTuber or someone that made like a 3-hour long deep dive into For Honor lore. Alright, we're gonna play as Medjay. I'm so glad they added the Outlanders faction. Now they could put in characters that don't, like, characters from, like, cultures and stuff like that that don't really fall under, like, Knight or Viking or Samurai. Like the Medjay, dipping into Egyptian culture a bit. Which, that's pretty fucking cool. Which would, I'm just saying, would also make a single-player For Honor game much more interesting with the Outlander micro-factions, you know what I mean? The pirates, the Medjays from Egypt, etc. The Ocelotl, which are, I think they're supposed to be, like, Aztec-inspired, so, you know, you got your South American representation there. At least a bit of, you know, one of the... I mean, like, when it comes to, like, when you think about, like, South American warriors, you probably think of, like, the Aztecs and stuff like that. The Mayans, the Incas. I don't know, it'd just be really neat, especially if you really could, like, explore the world, you know? Go to all these different territories. I always liked games like that, where it's like you could, like, explore and, like, pick up, like, different fighting styles or whatever from different places. A lot of fighting games have that. Kind of like in Street Fighter 6's single-player mode, where it's like you can, like, learn techniques from all the different fighters of the game, or Dragon Ball Xenoverse, where you can learn techniques from, you know, those fighters. And then you can kind of piecemeal your own character together from all their influence. I like stuff like that. A Wahoo. That Wahoo's gonna make you say Yahoo with, yeah, with 86 gold. At 10,000 gold you got there, Archie. That's impressive. Yeah, look into the light. If you don't ponder the orb, sometimes the orb ponders you. Looking forward to it meaning something. Yeah, the gold. I think Tenny was the one that told me that there was supposed to be, like, they were planning on having something like that with the gold where you could actually do something with it, but then they just never updated it, and it's been, like, a long time. It would be cool, you know, you could customize your rod or something. Apparently it has. I don't know how long it's been per se, but I do think it has been a bit now since it's been updated. So I'm not sure if the creators actually plan on continuing support for it. I hope they eventually do, because it is a really cool little thing to have, you know, and people like it and stuff. But it would also be really cool if they actually did update it eventually. Oh boy. My mind was wandering a bit and I wasn't really paying close attention. Man. Fuck you, dude. Emperor, I need the health. I know you're styling with your sword, but I need the health, dude. Nice. Get a load of this. I healed him, but his health bar is so big that it looked like nothing even happened. I wish I wasn't the only one playing defense right now. We're definitely not going to win this. Ouch. What are you doing, fool? Oh, they're trying to kill the Emperor. That's real nice. You're really bad at what you're doing. I like how they gave up. They tried killing the Emperor because he's so weak, but then they fucking gave up. Alright, well, we're gonna leave this group. Try another one for the last few matches. Oh, big ol' stretch. Ugh. Oh, they all left. Okay, well then I guess that saves me from having to exit. Darrell Moffett and Deflated Bubble. Okay. Let's go with Afira. My Afira is gonna have them saying "I fear ya" to me because they're afraid. Alright. A Griffin and a Lawbringer along with my Afira. Both very strong fighters. You know, a lot of good damage, good defense. You know, then you'll have me with Afira, who's a lot quicker than they are. And then whoever the hell the bot decides to play as until someone else joins in. Until then, we shall post up against nobody. It's like okay, everyone gather around, let's take a picture and do a cool pose with your weapons. Papa Smurf joined the session. Hey, little guy. Alright. I'll actually play offense for a change. I got this one, don't worry. Yeah, baby. Alright, Papa Smurf's here. Playing as Aramusha. Alright. I just know Aramusha would... If he existed in modern times, he would have watched Deadpool 100 million times. The roll up. Yikes. Oops. Very little. Mine. Beyond me, or whatever he said. Oh, no one's with the Emperor. Dudes can't decide if they want to play offense or defense. No, die. Ah. She's so cool. Ow. Just gonna grab me by the face like that? How cruel and unusual. Is nobody playing offense now? Okay, there's Papa Smurf over there. I did see him come over here though. For momentarily, no one was playing offense. They're reminding me of like fish in a fish tank. They're just going wherever they're seeing activity. How'd I get all that blood splatter on my back? You know what? Alright, I gotta stay with them. Don't worry, new M. The nether is so cool in this pack. Is it really? In the backrooms pack? Lord, I can only imagine. Is it very liminal and spacey? Whack. Oh, not me getting the yawns. Put a pic in my server? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can put it in the gaming chat or whatever. I would love to see it. Whoa. Wow. So it's just it's just like a crazy library with the black and white tile floor. That's really cool, actually. I like that. It really is. Pretty cool pack you got there, Archie. gonna be the super. Oh. She's still just staring, unblinking. She's not even dead or unconscious, she's just staring up at the sky like, where did it all go wrong? But yeah, Archie, it looks like you're in, like, the knowledge dimension. Reminds me of Apocrypha from Skyrim, which is basically, like, the knowledge dimension. Although a lot less, gooey than Apocrypha. Yeah, that's really cool. Good source of leather. Yeah, that's a good point. Going book mining. Yeah, first when I, like, before I zoomed in on the picture, I'm like, wow, is that just, like, some really freaky colored rock formations? But then I'm like, oh no, those are bookshelves. Alright, let's try again. Another time or two. I'm trying to think of, like, some kind of meta, but it really just comes down to the other people you're playing with. How good they're doing, you know? Maybe we could try Centurion. Oh, this is Sonic R2, isn't it? I think. Yeah. This is like the end credit song. All I need is you for always and forever. Honestly, the Sonic R music, like, that's music they could have played on the radio. Like, I'd listen to this if this was on the radio. Hell yeah. Especially back then, in like the late 90s, early 2000s, like this was just kind of what a lot of music sounded like back then. If I ever become a radio station DJ, which honestly, back in high school, that was like my dream job to be a radio station DJ, but if I ever did become one, I'm playing Sonic R music multiple times each hour. Alright, all hybrids again. Me, Centurion, Aramusha, and Pirate. Man, Sonic R was such a... I don't know if I could call it a good game, but it was definitely a charming game. I liked playing it as a kid. I should stream it. That would be a lot of fun, I think. It's like, oh, you kids today playing Sonic Crossworlds Racing, which, I mean, yeah, me too. It's a really good game, but let me show you Sonic's humble beginnings when it came to racers.
Incontinent.
I remember the map, like the tracks in that game, they had like stuff like off the track to do. Like I remember the city level had like a pinball. Like you could basically be pinballed around like you were in a pinball machine, but it had like nothing to do with the track. So it's like, yeah, I'll go play on the pinball machine, and then like I think like I don't think it like was a shortcut or anything. I think it would just be like, yeah, I'm throwing this race to go play pinball. I don't know, it's been a while. I'm number one. Oh man, she caught an uppercut from me, and then the pirate immediately grabbed her and shot her in the stomach. One hell of a combo. Whispers in their ear real quick before dropping them. I had lunch right before this, but I'm getting so hungry even though it's still a couple hours before I eat dinner. Streaming really gets me hungry, I guess. Maybe I need to become like a foodie streamer. Do food reviews. That way I could like eat during stream. Even though honestly that content kind of grosses me out, I really don't like to watch or listen to people eat. Like, for me, watching a mukbang video would be like a nightmare. Like, that'd be a nightmare that I wake up from in a cold sweat. The Dort mukbang. I would do it, honestly. Maybe I'd get some, like, pizzas and some burgers. But you could even ask Callie from when she came out here, and her and me and a bunch of others that stayed in an Airbnb. She was watching the way that I ate my food, and she said that I'm very particular and, like, meticulous about it. Because I am. Because I'm so careful, because I really don't like having food on my face or making a mess. So when I eat, I guess I'm very careful. So I feel like if I ever did a mukbang, it would be like the most... Like, it would be like the neatest and cleanest mukbang in the world. Like, it wouldn't be sloppy at all. Well, plus, you know, it's like being a VTuber, I could just do like a hand cam style, so you're not actually even seeing me eat. You're just seeing me. Oh, damn it. Motherfucker. You're just seeing me pick up the food and then take it off camera. Well, let's queue up for another. But yeah, I could just have like a live video feed of just like my desk completely covered in food. Like a whole pepperoni pizza and like a couple of burgers from McDonald's. And then for like the week after that, I would eat nothing but lettuce just to make up for all the calories I intook. Sorry, I'm just eating something really quick. I've had these cookies on my desk for a long time, but they've been sealed. So they're still good, thankfully. We'll go with Centurion again. Oh, it's the same people. It's the same match as before, thank God. I think it is anyway. Desk cookies, yeah, right? That made me picture like someone flipping their keyboard over and like, you know, dumping out all like the dust and everything inside and like using that to make cookies. I don't see any kind of like expiration date on here. I guess that means these cookies never go bad. That is pretty weird. You would think there would be one. Definitely a couple months old. But like I said, they were sealed, so... Yeah, no expiration date. I guess that just means they're good forever. Ew. Yeah, right? With the keyboards? Yeah, that would be pretty rank. Oh no, they started it. Then we all must have been disconnected. And we all managed to queue up again. Well, alrighty. Take two. Yeah, those cookies are definitely stale, but I don't think they're bad. Who gives a shit about them being stale, right? You say stale, I say aged. They seem annoyed that the one officer managed to cut off their execution. Someone's got to stay here with the Emperor. I stole that person's kill. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, and he said thanks. That feels like a sarcastic thanks. Yeah. I think this might be the last one for today. I'm getting a little tired and hungry. And it's kind of making me... I'm starting to realize that it's making me start to space out. Which is usually my sign to close off stream. But that's okay. I intended for this to just kind of be a shorter one today anyway. All this talk of pizza and burgers and mukbanging has got me thinking about food. It always confuses me, the people that just spam for calling for a revive. It's like, yes, I see that you're down.
Glory awaits. Incontinent.
Give me your life force. Okay, that might have actually been a pretty good save. We did. Hell yeah, dude. Damn it.
Hell, friend.
We did it! We win!
Victory!
Wow. And here I thought we were going to be boned. Alright, that's a good one to end on, actually. Sweet. Oh. Well, that was good. I hope you guys had a good time. I sure did. Ugh. Man, I'm tired. It's not even that late. Dang it. Well, now I have to close the game because I can't just back out. Or I could start it and then leave. Oop. Oh, I thought the game crashed. Lots of fighting, very tiring. It is, even if I'm not doing it IRL. Very, very tiring indeed. But yeah, I'm just gonna exit this match as soon as I load in, so I'm gonna get the raid set up. We are going to raid Neko Terra, who you might have seen her in my chat before. She's a fellow pink VTuber. And right now she's playing Overcooked 2 with a couple of people that I definitely recognize. So let's go say hi to her. She's very chill, very cool. I think you'll like her. And yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me today. This was a good time. I'm glad we could actually end on a win. That was nice. And yeah, I'm gonna go find some food to eat because I don't care if it's about an hour earlier than I usually eat dinner. I'm dirty's hungry. Yeah. Alright gamers, take care, have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll see you again soon, okay? Not sure when, but I'll definitely stream again this week at least one more time. Till then, I feel so weird ending the stream as a match is starting, but like I said, I'm just gonna leave as soon as I'm able. Yeah, good night, Archie. Sleep well. I hope you have a good day tomorrow when you wake up. And yeah, I'll catch you all later, gamers. Bye bye. Right. Last thing I'll do on the stream is leave the match and get the penalty for leaving a match. Okay, bye, gamers. See you later. Bye bye.